Hello again. We are back with the next topic. In fact, it's the third topic of day 2, and the topic is green technologies and remobility, something we certainly can talk about a lot, and I've got fantastic guests here. And of course, I've got Holger with me again, Dr. Holger Hettich. Wonderful having you here at my side. And obviously, that's a topic we can talk a lot about. We can talk about a lot, right?
Exactly. So we heard earlier that we have the target of being climate neutral by 2040 at ZF. And now we are talking about what that means for the commercial vehicle aftermarket and fleet solutions. So how can we become greener and more sustainable with green technologies and also remobility?
Absolutely, and this is what we'll be talking about with our fantastic guests. We're excited to have Jean-Philippe Noblet here, your title, Global Head of Portfolio Management. Also, we have Johan Bazouin. He is the Global Business Management Specific OE. Then we've got Marco Arnold, Global Head of VAPCO Business Line Repair Solutions. And we've got Alex Rabinovic, Global Head of Business Line Commercial Vehicle Aftermarket.
Thanks.
So great seeing all of you here. Thanks. Let's dive right into the topic. Jean-Philippe, let's get started with you. We heard about sustainability is a key topic at ZF, obviously. We've been talking about it a lot. What does the strategic roadmap to sustainability at ZF Aftermarket look like, in your opinion?
Yes, indeed. I think I heard, Holger, that we talked about it already. And there's an obvious call for action. We all understand that. It's coming from all of us, from the society, through regulations also. Of course, through our own ecosystem in the aftermarket, in the commercial vehicle, with our customers. And actually, there are already elements in place, of course, within ZF Aftermarket to support this ambition of the ZF Group and answer this call for action. Let me mention a few of them. So, obviously, our own operations, how we operate in our plants, in our transport, in our logistics. We have, let's say, very ambitious plans to reduce every piece of energy we use in our plants, also putting in place sustainable, of course, ways of running our operations. We just have a good example today, trying to limit, let's say, the use of energy and the impact on the planet of everything we do. So that's obviously one aspect. The second aspect is what we sell, the products, the services we are offering to the aftermarket. Obviously, we are working hard, and we'll see, I think, a lot of examples during the show now that we have solutions already today, remanufacturing, retrofitting, repair solutions that help us limit the impact of our products and services into the planet, into the aftermarket, obviously. And then I would say the third roadmap element we are really pushing now is also to work in a collaboration with our partners in the aftermarket to really behave, let's say, like also a promoter of sustainability in the market, helping all the actors around, also by providing, for instance, tools or methodologies or expertise to all our partners, how we can together basically address that. So these are, let's say, the three main elements we find in this roadmap.
So ZF Aftermarket is really doing everything that you guys can. But in regards to the partners, what are you doing, or are you doing something to help them become more sustainable?
Of course. I think that's, as I just said, that's not something we can do on our own, even if, of course, we see ourselves as a promoter and we want to take the lead on this topic, obviously. I think if we think what we will offer to our partners, as I said, first of all, we want to have a discussion with them around how we can together give more transparency to this topic. We can help them. I just mentioned it before, provide expertise, tools, how to measure the CO2 impact, for themselves, for our product, but even beyond our scope of collaboration for their operations. That's one example. What we want to offer them also is through that and to help them reduce their own carbon impact, let's say. So as we said, we have an ambition for ZF. They also have the same. They have the same regulation. They are evolving to the same planet like us, basically. So of course, through our business relationship, we can and we should help them reduce their own carbon footprint. And I would say, lastly, all that we are seeing in the economic environment, of course, and we know already a lot of good examples that sustainable doesn't mean more expensive. On the contrary, I think it's a great opportunity to be more efficient, to reduce cost even. And of course, that's also one of the main elements of value we want to bring to our partners and to our customers. I can give you maybe one or two concrete examples if I have the time.
Please do.
Just, for instance, talking about how we can help them to reduce their emissions together. Of course, we are in a logistic environment. No? We carry around a lot of parts. By the way, we like it because we are truck commercial vehicle industry. So the more trucks on the road, at the end, good for our business, but at the same time, maybe not that good, maybe for sustainability and impact. So of course, there are a lot of actions we can do to work with our customers to reduce this impact. Example, working on collaborative planning. What do you need by when to make sure that we ship only the right quantities? We don't have half full truck or half empty trucks, to make sure that we maximize what we have and the way we collaborate. So that requires collaboration with our customers. What do you need exactly by when? We produce what is needed, we ship what is needed, and they stock what is needed. Hopefully not more. That's also helping reducing the impact. Of course, second aspect, and we are going to talk about it today quite a lot, is in the product we give. I just mentioned quickly Reman, again, retrofit, and we have great examples now, and repair solutions. That's obviously ways to repair or to maintain vehicles without, let's say, replacing completely the device, reducing the material you use, the energy you put into your parts. So that's a second aspect, of course, and examples. And as I said, that's we want to be the leaders into supporting the whole ecosystem, into measuring the efficiency of what we do, giving the transparency, the tools. That's not so easy, actually. It's a complexity, I think, that the whole industry is facing now. With the regulations coming there, there is also regional dimensions. Depending on which countries you are, which continent you are, there may be different regulations applying. And that's, of course, a role that ZF wants to play with the partners to help, let's say, our ecosystem to face this complex environment, of course.
Holger, one thing that Jean-Philippe said I thought was really important also, you said that being sustainable is not more expensive, quite on the contrary. So that's something, I guess, that's also very important for the customers to really dwell on, right? Because that's a good point.
And that's a specifically important point in the commercial vehicles business. So with the fleets, of course, they are interested in reducing fuel consumption. So of course, they are interested in driving with less fuel. So at the same time, kind of a side effect is that you have less CO2 emissions. So this is, I think,
Absolutely.
One of the important points, that our customers share our interest and our ambition to become climate neutral.
Alex, we heard a lot about sustainability now, obviously from Jean-Philippe, and also all day. It's such an important topic. Do you think that ZF Aftermarket is doing enough in this perspective?
Well, interesting question, Verena. Let me maybe elaborate a bit what we are doing already today and what is our ambition as we go. I think one key deliverer for sustainability and a driver of this moving forward is Reman, where we managed to save more than 4 million kilowatt tons every year and more than 2,600 CO2 tons of emission. And then you could say, yes, we are moving towards that. We develop solutions which help to increase the lifetime of a vehicle. We help to give a vehicle a second life through retrofit or through other solutions. But at the end, and knowing the dimension of the question and knowing that the sustainability is the future of all what we do, you could never do enough. And we are very cautious that we are not yet there doing enough. Nevertheless, we target to increase our efforts year by year, as Holger was saying, being emission-free towards 2040.
But then hearing from you since 2 days, all the different things you're approaching, I mean, you're saying not doing enough, but on the best way, and impossible to do more at the same time, right? I mean, you guys are already on the speed. I mean, it's crazy.
It's kind of crazy, but I'm fully with Alex. Yeah. So I think important to focus on the solutions that are already there, like remanufacturing, for example. So this is a key pillar in our strategy, our way to the sustainability. And nobody has a better starting position in remanufacturing than ZF together with WABCO in the area of commercial vehicles.
And that's why we're going to have a look, because the topic is remanufacturing, and we're going to have a look at a little film.
Welcome to our ZF plant in Poland. My name is Tomasz Gałązka. I'm remanufacturing product line leader at ZF. Let me introduce you to our Center of Remanufacturing Excellence, which, thanks to our team, provides remanufacturing solutions for commercial vehicles, bus, trucks, and trailers. Our business is built by a creative and ambitious team that works every day on our products development and better solutions for our customers that are unquestionably the trigger of all of our projects. Everything starts here, where our engineers collect ideas for the new remanufacturing products and new improvements. Why we choose remanufacturing? Remanufacturing extends service life of older vehicles which volume production was phased out. However, our remanufacturing products not only last longer, but are restored to the original functional performance. This allows us to use the same warranty period as for new brand products. Remanufacturing products are also unique from the sustainability point of view and natural resources, energy savings as well as CO2 reduction when comparing to the new product. Remanufacturing is therefore a prime example of how we can successfully, economically and ecologically close the gap between shorter product innovation cycles and longer product life cycles. We have been building our remanufacturing business where always customers is in the center, and because of this, our values are ecology, trust and development. And now we want to share with you our word to show how our values influence our daily work and factory process setup. Remanufacturing cannot exist without cores. Therefore, core management is a first step in the remanufacturing process. In Reman world, we have sentence, who owns the core owns the business. This is why we put a lot of energy here to develop customer-friendly process of reverse logistics. Next step is sorting. At this stage, we check whether the cores delivered to us meet the acceptance criteria and are suitable for remanufacturing. We don't accept cores which are disassembled, burned, or not in off-vehicle condition, like rusty. Such cores are rejected. For this process, we have well-trained experts who are not only looking at quality of the core, but also they must recognize variant of the product as well as development version. In order to carry out a true regeneration process, each core is disassembled to single component, and we scrap only components which we cannot recover physically or the one with safety risks. Additionally, we look for solutions to recover as much as possible, as we want to protect the environment, save energy, and make our product the greenest in the market. Our cleaning process, which is in the next step in the remanufacturing cycle, meets the same ISO 14001 standard for environment like OE standards. Restoring is a process which brings back the single components to the original performance and its latest design status. This step is developed in details and with strict documentation to provide products highest quality. Remanufactured mechatronic products are also updated to the latest software version with very intensive validation of ECU remanufacturing process. We feel strong with ECU remanufacturing, and we are preparing our future for new technology, as more and more products will be connected to electronic solutions with strong software usage. Restoring cover painting process also. This solution has been developed by us using the water-based paint to minimize to zero the influence on environment. Green process are our fundamental principle. Reassembly is a step where all new and remanufactured components are connected in the new final product. Our trust is proven thanks to the FMEA methodology, the same quality system like for original production with the same quality gates. All our reassembled products meet EATF 16949 quality standards, which are used in production process of new products. To ensure that our products can work longer and efficiently, we test 100% of remanufactured products on original machines with the same requirements as for original production. An example, A compressors undergo complex tests with oil inside to simulate conditions in a commercial vehicle engine and to prove 100% functionality. Such compressors, when not working correctly, can destroy the whole engine. Thus, customer can trust in our ability to deliver defect-free products. During the daily routine management, all teams meet up. This is our meeting to make sure all proper decisions were made and check if all processes are working properly, including safety of our employees, proved by standard of ISO 45001. Our products are packed into strong boxes to provide ability to return the used product in the same box, which is again simple solution but important for our green world. After all mentioned, our products starts the journey to our customers. We deliver our solutions in Europe, United States, Russia, China, Mexico, Brazil, Turkey, and South Africa, and we are looking forward to be present in every corner of the world to make our customers happy with their remanufacturing partner. Our goal is to partner with you for our ZF products and with non-ZF products to become your first trusted remanufacturing one-stop shop partner. At the end, let me invite you to visit us to show you even more activity we do every day for you.
Definitely a very interesting film where we see all the different pieces and how to make the products more green. Very, very interesting. And Alex, what are the focus points in the value proposition towards the customers?
I think there are multiple, and I would like also to go back to what Jean-Philippe was saying, because very often we perceive that there's a conflict between sustainability and cost competitiveness. And I think Reman towards, and the value we provide towards our customer is one of the perfect example we can deliver to show that there is no conflict. We start thinking about the reverse logistic, as Tomasz was mentioning. How can we enable the life of our customers to ease it up, to get the reverse logistic of the core, of the old goods not really being used anymore, to get them in and to make new parts out of it, or almost new parts out of it, while being cost competitiveness. So the distributor, having them on a shelf, can serve a segment where he believes there's investment friendly. A workshop has an easy reuse and does not need to bother about waste. And at the same time, we help protect the environment.
Fantastic. Everything fits together. And we saw some Reman compressors in the video just now, Marco. And I know that ZF also offers repair kits for devices. So can you maybe show us some examples?
Yeah, for sure. And as we have just seen in the video, Reman is one solution to protect the environment by reusing the majority of the single components to just provide a second life to the device. But what in case the customer does not want to exchange the full unit? Here, ZF Aftermarket is providing a nice big range of repair kits. Within the portfolio in ZF Aftermarket, there's a big number of complex but also valuable devices which consist out of high quality and costly components, which also consumes a significant level of energy as well as raw material during the production. And maybe let's have a look to a more concrete example. So here we are having two-cylinder air compressor for truck, and the mentioned valuable components are, for example, the housing as well as the cylinder head. And those components are very often strong enough that there is no need to replace them all the time, even during repair. They can be used more often, and this is saving then also valuable resources because we don't have to produce them completely new. And to really make the customer happy and satisfied, the most important first step is to identify the root cause of the failure, to know which component failed. And here we are offering for our devices always an exploded view so that you can easily identify which component has failed and needs to be replaced. And let's assume that in our case, the pressure valve has failed, as an example. And To support also the right protection or the right solution to find the right repair kit, ZF is offering several solutions. So we are offering diagnostic software, for example, running on a PC, but as well the shown exploded view, that you're really on the safe side, that you don't waste money and energy to buy a wrong repair kit. Furthermore, the repair kits under the Babco brand are always designed in a way that they are complete, that they're safe for repair, and that you get everything you need. And all the repair kits, they are coming also with a clear instruction to support the customer to have the right assembly process, but also to get all important information to apply the right torque values, but also the sequence to finally have a successful repair and that the vehicles going back to the street as soon as possible. And as in a repair kit, we are only providing the components which are really failed and also the side component which needs to be replaced. It's another green but also environmental friendly and cost-efficient solution for our customer. And beside that one, if you also think about the transport of the devices. So if you compare the complete compressor, the weight is an average 27 kilogram, versus the repair kit, in this case, it's even less than half a kilogram. And if you consider the whole supply chain from the production plant up to our end customer in a workshop, there's another benefit for the repair kit because we have to carry less weight at the end of the day. And so to further improve our also CO2 footprint, ZF is continuously extending the product range of repair kits. Nowadays, under the Babco brand, we are offering around about 3,500 repair kits, which are applicable to more than 8,500 units. So it's already a nice portfolio. And if you would like to learn more about our products, I can just invite you to have a look into our product deep dive sessions, which are available on demand.
Very thought through. Thank you so much. Let's go back to the table because obviously you have a lot of options there. You've got the like-for-like replacement, you've got the reman, you've also got the repair. But what would you say, Marco? What is the best solution for the customer in the end?
Well, good question. Because it always depends also on the customer needs. And finally, the customer has to decide what is the right option. And we all know that if you compare also the regions, they have different needs. So for example, it always depends on the repair behavior of a certain market, but also depends on the average age of the vehicle park, as well as the labor cost, and at the end of the day as well the experience in repair. So to summarize, there is not the best option, but our aim is to provide to our customers a full portfolio that the customer can decide case by case what is the right option for them. And for sure, we have always in mind to be sustainable with our product, and customer can choose the best product.
All right, thank you very much. And Johan, we talked a lot about maintenance, but obviously also upgrades can play a very big role in fleets. So you're here to kind of speak with us about electrification of existing vehicles. Can you maybe explain what exactly that means?
Yeah, sure. What actually is happening is that since the e-mobility demand is really increasing, is that OEMs, the global OEMs are making this available. And fleets are going to buy this, and they will take this into their fleet, and they will gradually become green. However, that also means that they would still have many vehicles that are still propelled with internal combustion engines. And the question is, what will they do with this, right? Will they park them and try to forget about it, or maybe we'll try to find another solution for it? And one of the solutions that we invented or created is our mobility. And that is something that we are trying to promote to our clients, to take out the internal combustion engine, the diesel engine and the automatic transmission, and replace it with a zero-emission powertrain.
And what's really interesting is you brought us a little film, and that's exactly where it's about the conversion of a diesel bus to an electric bus, right?
Exactly.
All right, so Johan, let's have a look.
I'm Patrick from ZF.
Hi, I'm Robert from Etrofit.
Today we arrived completely emission-free in this formerly diesel bus. As a part of our Vision Zero, also we from ZF Aftermarket would like to contribute for zero-emission vehicles. Using our driveline systems like Xtrax AVE or C-Trax, we are converting together with reliable partners diesel-driven buses and trucks.
The electrification of existing commercial vehicles has a big impact in reducing emissions in traffic. With our Etrofit solution, we contribute in reducing CO2 emissions and also noise emissions in cities and urban areas. Today, we want to show you how we convert existing city buses on this example. Right now, I'm standing under a 17-year-old city bus, which was converted from diesel to electric drive within 8 weeks. For this, we need to remove all diesel components and the engine and integrate battery solution, high voltage cables, and also other components like compressors, pumps, and air conditioning to drive fully electric. One of the main components we use is the ZF Xtrax AVE. With converting existing vehicles, we extend the lifespan of the vehicles and save resources.
As a part of the conversion, we have removed the classic axle and just via plug and play mounted our electrical Xtrax AVE system. This axle has 2 electric motors with 125 kilowatt powers each, and it provides a torque of 22,000 Newton meters. What is also possible, if you don't have a low-floor bus, that you can just convert by using coaches or trucks with our C-Trax driveline system. Now, I would like to show you about the performance of this used bus, which we have electrified out on our test track. Now we are here on the test track of ZF. For sure, we are testing such converted vehicles because we want to fulfill all the industrial automotive standards. And these standards and the conversion for sure is approved and homologated by the German TÜV. So it is not a problem to get registered such a converted vehicle within your country.
Thanks to our cooperation with ZF Aftermarket, we are able to expand our business to international markets. There we want to build up the best service for our customers.
We have arrived with zero emission. If you want to convert your fleet, your truck, your city bus or your coach, just contact us.
See you on the road to zero emission.
I love the idea of it. I mean, Johan, instead of trashing a bus, obviously you electrify it. And the gentleman in the video said earlier, it takes around 8 weeks. Is that an average time or is that in the specific case of that bus?
I would say that's an average time. And as we are getting more and more experience with different types of buses and different types of brands, we will be quicker and quicker to do this with other vehicles.
Now, you brought us something as well that we're going to talk about it because your colleague spoke about the applications C-Trax and also Xtrax. So can you maybe show us?
Yeah, sure. The Xtrax, as was shown in the video, is a low-floor electric portal axle specifically designed for city buses. But not always, this is the right product, really. So we also designed, therefore, this beautiful thing. And it's called the C-Trax. It's basically actually a system that we are selling. So it's not just the drive unit that we are just giving to an integrator or to an OEM saying, hey, you have it. No, we're actually delivering also additional components like the power electronics that are needed, an inverter is it called. And this device is actually helping to convert AC current into DC and vice versa. And AC current is needed in order to propel the electric motor that is inside of this drive unit. And DC current, you need to store the electrical energy that you will get back from the vehicle back into the batteries. So that's a very green solution, obviously. If we look into the drive unit a little bit closer, then here in the front you see that there's the electric motor. And the electric motor is liquid cooled. It has about 300 kilowatts of peak power, which is more than sufficient for a standard city bus or a standard 18 tons truck. And in the end, or in the back of the drive unit, you will see a planetary reduction gear, as we call it. And this is specifically designed to be able to use an existing axle. So taking out the combustion engine with the automatic transmission and putting this C-Trax system in, you do not have to change the rear axle, which is a big advantage, of course, in terms of cost if you are doing a retrofit. Additionally, this planetary set is actually something that we already know. It is derived from a product that is called EcoLife, and we have been producing this for many years already into the market, more than a decade. So we did this in order to do two things. Number one, we were able to, of course, use existing components that that are proven, and they are very reliable. And secondly, we were able to reduce costs. The same thing goes for the electronic controls. So the electronic controls called EST54 is also derived from EcoLife. So we know this product also very well, and we know that this is performing very well in the field as well. But let's say you are buying a truck, right, with this. Mm-hmm. And you are driving this for a while, and all of a sudden something is wrong with it. At least you think something is wrong with it. We also made this product compatible with Testman, as we call it, ZF Testman. And this is a very known diagnostic tool in ZF. So most of our service units, they have this. Yeah? So you go to any service unit where you are just driving and go there and say, hey, I think I have an issue with my C-Trax. Can you check it? So most of our entities can already service this. So we are ready for the future. Maybe one more thing, because I can speak a long time about this, but I don't think I will have the time. Maybe one thing is that we are not just offering this for retrofitting or to the global OEMs, but we are also working with smaller OEMs around the world, and there are many of them, and not just in bus and truck, but also in other applications. And we are doing this through our aftermarket network as well. So we have many people around the world in the countries that are working with those type of customers. And we would welcome anybody to contact us on their specific project. And we would really be glad to work with them and implement these new systems into their vehicles.
Johan, thank you so much for elaborating on this fascinating technology. Thank you so much. And Holger, I mean, I guess the main point that Johan said in between was you guys are ready for it. So it'll be interesting how the customers will continue jumping onto this new technology, because I think it's fantastic.
I also think it's fantastic. And I must say I'm so thankful to our engineers for developing these great solutions, innovative solutions. And Johan, you're an expert. You can talk hours about it. I can't. But I understand, and also from the nice video from the two colleagues from Friedrichshafen with electric bus, I understand that this is really great and innovative, and we are first to market and more or less the only one capable of converting all these kinds of diesel buses worldwide in all cities from combustion engine to electric and sustainable engine.
Now we heard about repair, about reman, about electrification. Alex, what retrofit products does ZF currently actually offer its customers in order to improve their overall operational efficiency and, of course, the topic being also the sustainability?
Well, as we were mentioning earlier, Verena, I think it's clearly our aim to give every vehicle, and not only buses, but also trucks and trailers, a second life as much as we can, because that is sustainably supporting the nature and making our customers competitive as well, because they don't need to invest in a new vehicle, but just rather replace or retrofit other components. In this regard, and beyond electrifying buses, we do have a majority amount of retrofit activities on truck and trailers, being OptiLevel, OptiFlow, and OptiLink, which helps the sustainability and helps us retrofitting those vehicles by providing a solution to support aerodynamics, to support saving fuel, and what we also need to consider to support reviving the vehicle even more than once.
That's a very good point. And I think you brought us a little film, so let's have a look at it.
Hello, my name is Holger Tangemann, and normally I'm responsible for the WABCO Academy in Germany, and thus I make trainings for commercial vehicles. But today I'm here in Giversen at our new test track. To be more precisely, I'm standing in front of the new project and customer center. We expand the test track in the last years up to 3.6 kilometers length and invest 18 million euros. Today I want to show you the product portfolio of retrofit solutions. Follow me. Today, new vehicles are equipped with advanced technologies to make them safer and more efficient. But what about existing vehicles? How can existing vehicles on the road still benefit from the many advantages offered by new technologies? To answer these questions, we offer an extensive range of retrofit solutions for your existing vehicles. In the first category, cost and sustainability, we find products and systems that make your vehicle more efficient and environmentally friendly. On the one hand, you find products like OptiFlow side wings and OptiFlow tail. Both products improve air resistance through their aerodynamic design in order to reduce fuel consumptions and CO2 emissions. On the other hand, you find systems like OptiLevel, which controls the height of the vehicle. With this system, the vehicle height can, for example, be lowered at higher speeds in order to also reduce the air resistance. The next topic is safety and security. In this category, we find systems which should increase your security. Products like OptiLock or Trailer Immobilizer are protecting your vehicle against theft. OnLane helps you stay on the road over long distances. Our Tail Guard is a system that supports you when reversing. The system warns you before you collide with an object and is able to automatically brake the vehicle until it stands still. To be connected and well organized, we provide the last category, operations and data. Systems like TX Trailer Guard collects data and makes it available and accessible to the fleet owner. Products such as SmartBoard and OptiLink give you the opportunity to monitor and control your vehicle. As you can see, we have a wide range of products to improve the efficiency and safety of existing vehicles. Now let's take a closer look at some of these systems. OptiFlow Tail is a component you can mount on the back of your trailer. It's made to reduce aerodynamic draft. When your trailer already has rear swing doors, it's easy to mount it. In general, we have two different variants. One which unfolds automatically when the driver starts driving, and the other has to be unfolded manually. At this trailer, you see the manual variant. I would like to show you how easy it is to unfold it. Easy, isn't it? The next system I want to present to you is OptiLevel. OptiLevel in general is an electronic controlled air suspension. That means that an ECU controls the height of the vehicle. That gives me, for example, the possibility to adjust the height via a remote, like our SmartBoard. OptiLevel has also a functionality which helps you to reduce fuel consumption. When the vehicle has high speed, above 60 km per hour, then the height of the vehicle can be lowered to reduce aerodynamic draft. This leads to less fuel consumption. When your trailer already has a TBS-E modulator installed, then all you need is this ECAS valve and this leveling sensor to retrofit OptiLevel. Now we talked a lot about efficiency. Now it's time to show you our safety products. We start with Tailguard, together with OptiLink. Tailguard is a system which monitors the back of your trailer. When the driver engages the reverse gear and starts driving backwards, the distance to the object is measured by the ultrasonic sensors. When he starts driving backwards and the system detects an object, it's shown via the OptiLink gap. Shortly before we have a collision, the EBS system is braking automatically. That was the overview about our product portfolio about retrofit solutions. I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.
What a cool colleague, and I have to say, we really did enjoy it a lot. I mean, all of us, we had smiling faces here, and it's amazing, Holger. I mean, these vehicles get so smart, and I know we're talking about still the future. That's a question I'm going to have to Jean-Philippe in just a second, but Johan was saying to me, let's suppose if I will buy a truck one day, and seriously, I would love to, because I'm so absolutely impressed by what these vehicles can do.
And you definitely need these kind of nice wings at the end, right?
Absolutely.
To improve your efficiency. Yeah.
But it's really, I mean, I'm so impressed. And that's why, Jean-Philippe, now I'm really curious to find out if they're already so smart, if we look into the future, say in 10, 15 years, what else can come?
I think the future is today. I think if you just look what we have already, electrification is here. It's accelerating even. I think if you just look at the last months and years, electrification is everywhere. You can see it on the bikes, on the scooters, on the cars, obviously, but as we just saw today, also on the commercial vehicle segment. It's not like we are out of that, of course not. We've seen that ZF is at the forefront of proposing solutions already today when it comes to electrification. We just saw electrified buses. You can imagine all the application you can have in the what you call the last mile delivery, the guy who comes bringing your device at your door, your Amazon package or any kind of device you ordered online or your ZF parts at your workshop. That's also something where you can apply electrification for commercial vehicles. Obviously, there are still some challenges. If you think about managing heavy loads on long distances, there may be some limitations to electrification. Obviously, I think we all know the challenges on infrastructure, on producing enough electricity to support all that. I think what we look at now in the future, you asked me about the 10, 15 years, there are other alternatives, of course, ZF is also working on. I think we can mention fuel cells, hydrogen, which is a very promising technology. Probably hybridization of these systems, maybe having hybrid vehicles with electrified powertrain and a fuel cell technology associated to it. At the end, what we see that there are still a lot of uncertainty in front of us. For different applications, for different use cases, maybe in different areas of the world, there will be different speed, different technologies raising up. ZF is, let's say, addressing all these trends. We are there, we are at the forefront. As you saw, we offer solutions already today. And actually, we are also willing to accompany all our partners, our workshops partners, our distributors partners, to offer them all the technology in the aftermarket to service all these technologies. Today, you have electrical trucks already. You have still, as you saw, combustion engine vehicles. And this is there today. And our mission, our value we want to offer to our customers is to have all the solutions. And of course, being at the forefront of what's coming up, even if it's still a bit blurry today, of course. But it's coming fast. We can see what happened over the last, again, couple of years. That's, I think, where we are at ZF, able really to anticipate that and bring these values to our customers in the aftermarket.
And we're really looking forward to what is still to come. And Holger, this is more or less the end of our third block, green technologies and remobility. And I think we could probably continue for another hour at least to discuss it. But maybe in conclusion is, what's your point of view, everything we heard, and tell us about it in summary maybe.
Yeah, I think we talked about like 4 big R's. Yeah, so today in this group, the first one, R like reman. Yeah, when we had that look at our reman facilities for commercial vehicle parts in Poland. One of the 4 areas where we support a sustainable way of replacing parts, of doing service. Then we looked at the second one, the repair solutions. I think Marco explained it quite well with our repair solution kit. So what do you do if you don't want to like waste material, etc., and kind of replace the full part, like for like, with a new part? Just with a very clever, I think, very clever and also very sustainable and green repair solution. Then we looked into Remobility or Etrofit with our colleagues driving that electric bus. And Johan, you explained how we convert the X-Tracks or with the X-Tracks and C-Tracks, how this comes into the commercial vehicles, the buses and trucks of the future with electrification. And the last R was then, Alex, with your part, we had a look at the retrofit solutions. So especially the ones driving efficiency, like OptiFlow or OptiLevel. So all these 4 R's, Verena, I think when I look back, I think there is more that you want to know. Yeah? Of course, we have more information on our website for the Automechanika, and they are all driving sustainability and at the same time efficiency, especially fuel efficiency. So although fuel efficiency might sometimes be like the top priority of some of our fleet customers, it's a good thing because with fuel efficiency comes sustainability.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for this summary. And to all of you, thank you so much for this really interesting topic. I learned so much, and I hope all of you enjoyed it as well, everyone watching from all across the world. So that's it from our topic now. Thank you so much, Holger, of course, and thank you, Jean-Philippe, Johan, Marco, and Alex. Wonderful.
Thanks a lot.
See you later. Thank you.
Thank you.